Clarent. Clarent, radiant and brilliant royal sword, is Mordred's sword and noble phantasm, originally stored away by Arturia Pendragon in the armory of Camelot. Described as more dazzling than any silver, it is an ornate, sparkling white-silver sword adorned with splendid decorations, acting as a symbol of kingship denoting the right of succession of the throne. It is a treasured sword that has worth equal to, if not exceeding, Caliban, that amplifies the authority of the king. It thus raises the owner's physical parameters by 1 rank and grants and raises the rank of the skill charisma. It is normally a B-rank sword bestowed during the succession of kingship, but Mordred stole it without acknowledgement. She obtained it by breaking into the vaults of Camelot upon temporarily claiming the throne during her rebellion after inciting the incidents that drove her father to lead an expedition after the traitorous Lancelot. Due to this action, she was never acknowledged as a king, so the rank of the sword is lowered by 1 rank to C and does not grant her any of the normal bonuses while she wields it. She still came to favor utilizing it due to it being a sword that symbolizes royalty and can still utilize its ability of amplification. As an application of mana burst, she is able to drive her excessive hatred into the sword and amplify it to utilize Clarent Blood Arthur. Mordred feels the weapon possesses a curse-like glory, not allowing herself to be defeated by anyone who is not her father, and even more so, not permitting for the sword that delivered a fatal blow to her father to fail in killing an opponent. Clarent is a sword in Arthurian legend that is often referred to as the radiant and brilliant royal sword. It is said to have been a ceremonial sword used by the kings of Britain for special occasions, such as coronations and knighthoods. The sword is described as being beautifully crafted, with a blade that shone with a bright, radiant light. It was said to have been made from the same metal as Excalibur, another famous sword from Arthurian legend. Despite its ceremonial use, Clarent was also said to have been used as a weapon in battle. In some versions of the legend, it was said to have been the sword that Sir Mordred used to kill King Arthur at the Battle of Camlan. Overall, Clarent is often portrayed as a powerful symbol of royalty and authority in Arthurian legend, representing the divine right of the king to rule and protect his kingdom. In Fate/Prototype, Fragments of Blue and Silver, it is revealed that the sword Florent, wielded by Lucius Tiberius, is a brother sword to Clarent. It is also said to indicate the king's rule over Gallia in contrast to Florent indicating the emperor's rule over all the people of the continent. Clarent Blood Arthur. Clarent Blood Arthur, rebellion against my beautiful father is the full power, released form of Clarent utilized by Mordred, a transformation into an evil sword of hatred upon the condition of her holding it. It is not a property of the sword itself, but a manifestation of the episode in Mordred's legend where she had stolen the sword from King Arthur's armory and then later used it to deal a fatal blow to her father. The attack is achieved by Mordred combining mana burst with Clarent's ability to amplify magical energy and her hate for her father, manifesting red lightning that she directs at her enemy. Compared to the pride felt by other heroic spirits, it being crowned with the name of her father makes it more akin to a grudge in Mordred's case. Should she make peace with her discord towards her father, even one-sidedly as in the Great Holy Grail War, she can still launch the attack regardless of her feelings towards her father as an innate talent inherited from the blood of the King of Knights. Upon utilizing it, she takes a stance while removing her helmet, secret of pedigree, due to the requirement of it being released before she can use the attack. The space around her and the sword becomes stained with dark red blood, and the blade of the sword, enveloped by the radiance of blood, gives off strange, violent and furious sounds and begins to transform. Changing from Clarent's normally pure and beautiful form, her great hatred transfigures the sword into a sinister and wicked blade befitting a demon. Upon raising the sword, she releases the blood radiance upon the enemy as a flash of light, a surging wave with the simple purpose of destruction. It releases a straight line of crimson lightning from the tip of her sword, destroying all in its path. Utilizing it takes a great deal of energy, giving her intense pain throughout her body, but her master's competency allows her the strength to move immediately after utilizing it. Trample that down then? This for sure will be the wicked blade that will destroy my father. Clarent Blood Arthur. Saber. Clarent Blood Arthur is a reference to a weapon in Arthurian legend known as the Sword of Peace or the Sword of the Sun. It was said to be wielded by Mordred, the son of King Arthur, in his rebellion against his father. In the legend, Mordred and King Arthur were in conflict over the throne of Britain. Mordred challenged Arthur to a battle at Camlan, where the two armies clashed in a bloody conflict. During the battle, Mordred was able to mortally wound Arthur with Clarent Blood Arthur, but he himself was also slain in the process. The phrase rebellion against my beautiful father likely refers to Mordred's act of rebelling against his father, King Arthur, despite the love and admiration he may have had for him. The phrase beautiful father could be interpreted as a reference to Arthur's status as a beloved and respected king in the Arthurian legend. If you want to support me, check out my Patreon at https://www.patreon.com/kayashin. I tend to polls that decide important plot stuff in my P at Trian. Many thanks to my awesome patrons. Ben Phillips.
If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.